Okay guys, so yeah, so here's another video on the grain truck, because we're getting some progress here made. I tore the throttle apart. You see I just got a vice grip onto it now. Well, this rod right here goes through the block and then gets connected right here. I guess this is your carburetor. This is for your throttle. This is another part of your linkage for your throttle, but the main one is right here. So now I tore all that off. I've been here for like, I don't know, 2 hours probably. Let's see. This is the spacer. There's a little bolt for it, and then this is that linkage rod that you guys saw in the first part of the video. And by the way, I found the throttle spring too, but I don't know where that's supposed to attach to because it's broken. But yep, good job. But anyways, that's why the throttle is not very responsive. Now I set it the way it is right now. This should be idle, about as low as idle as it'll get. Now when I turn this, it's still a little tight. Now as far as I can turn it, because then it'll start bending all the rod, all the linkage and stuff. But this guy here moved. So yeah, I don't know how good this is going to turn out for you guys, but yeah, you can kind of see it moving. So that makes more sense now. So to me right now, since I can't turn it any more than that, this truck should be wide open. So if we start it, if it should start, it'll go to maximum RPMs and then blow up. And that should be, because if I try to turn it anymore, you can see it starts to bend the rod. So that's idle. But still can't figure out why it's so tight, and it's hard to get anything to move. Like, it's moving. It seems to be getting softer as I do it, so maybe if I just keep doing it, maybe it'll wear the rust off. But this is promising though. I mean, we're getting further. But yeah, so that should be wide open, and then that should be idle. And I do have the foot pedal disconnected, obviously down there. You can see that, obviously. That's all been disconnected. So that is why I gotta sit down for a second. So that's the reason why we don't have throttle. It's not responsive. So that was I think a full can of PP Blaster too, and I think it's just about gone. So I think that's my last can too. I got a couple of cans of WD-40 at the house, but the humidity is supposed to start kicking up again, and I'm not sure for how long, but I don't know. Right now it should be at an idle. But really, the pedal should be something like that, and then you can, you know. But yeah. So we're getting somewhere with that, so that's a good thing. I found a set of blinkers. Well, you can only order one at a time. I found a set of blinkers for the front of the truck, but they're not factory IH. There's some other kind of a brand, and I don't know if they'll work for a 6-volt system because they do not say. So they have LED and then just some regular ones. I was figuring, since they don't say if it's for 6-volt or 12-volt, I guess I could call or send an email or something and ask them. But if I can get away with LED, I think I'm just going to go with LED front blinkers. And I don't know whatever happened to the original ones. I think the original ones were, the front of them was orange and then the rear of them was red. And you can still find them today, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm just going to do a red or an amber on amber. And they should be back here in this fucking mess somewhere, but who knows? But yeah. But unfortunately, they're not factory IHs. I still have the factory taillights. So, and if they're still working, I'm just going to leave it. Say fuck it and use those. Hopefully they still work. If not, then I will upgrade to LED. It costs a little bit more, but you might as well if you're gonna. I mean, LED is more for show trucks, but I just like them for the brightness. So, and then another thing I'm looking for, which I did find, actually is this thing here that got tore apart. Right here. This is the blinker switch. And I don't know what happened to the rest of the hardware. I know that centuries ago I guess it went on something like that or something, I don't really know, but I know that for some reason I took it apart. Couldn't figure out why I did it, but I guess because I was a kid and I guess I was into ripping shit apart. So I found another one of these, but I don't know if it's going to have the matching plug or not. How many wires does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got 4 wires. And I think the other one had 4 as well, but there should be, I don't know if these are just plugged in under the dash. Again, it's not a factory IH thing. It's just a, well, some other kind of a brand, but it's chrome. The handle's chrome. I don't think it was ever chrome on this one, but yeah. So should go underneath the dash, I guess, and see if this has a big plug on it or something, and then I can just order a new one of those. But I'm not really going to do that until I know that the truck can run. But this truck, I know that South Saskatchewan farmer was asking, I guess, what my plans are with the truck, and I told him I was going to turn it into a flatbed. Well, the one thing with this truck is it does have an engine problem. I don't know what it is. I don't think it was anything major. I'm not really sure. I won't really know. Nobody really seems to remember because it was years and years ago. This thing was parked, I think, I think the license plate said 86 or 87, something like that. So that was the last time it was ever on the road. But I don't know. So, but with that engine problem, it probably won't run very well, but whatever. I guess one day, if I really feel like it, I'll take the truck to a shop, that can work on these old trucks, and they can do an engine rebuild then, I guess, and cost about 10 grand probably, I imagine, to reuse the same engine just to put all new hardware in it, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Plus, all this truck's going to do is just haul round bales for us, and maybe some tree branches or something. Not too sure yet if I'm going to use the hydraulic hoist, that tilts the bed. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. I don't really have a use for it. Well, I mean we do, but I guess I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Right now I'm worried about getting this son of a bitch of an engine running, and then yeah. So I guess if we get it running, then we'll see what happens. But like I said, I did find some blinkers. They don't say what truck they'll fit to. They just say the hole diameter, which is 1/2 inch, which I'm guessing that's probably what that is too. So I guess it doesn't really matter what kind of blinkers you put on here. I guess just something that closest that matches, to factory specs. But the only thing on those websites, they don't say if they'll handle 6-volt or 12-volt systems. I don't know if it even matters. Like I said, I'm going to have to call them, I guess, or email them or something, and say, like, hey, we'll do these. Does this and that fit with a 6-volt system? Because this truck is still a 6-volt system, and who knows if I'll ever upgrade it. I might just leave it the way it is. I did find another website that is selling a operator's book for this truck and a few other ones. But no parts catalog though. But I did find an operator's book. I think that was like $30 or something. I think it's just more or less to tell you how to drive these things, but sometimes they have important information in them too, part numbers for some certain parts, but I don't know. So since I'm waiting for the farm to unstuck itself, I think we're going to have probably almost better luck getting this truck running than we will the farm I don't know. I'm still checking the cylinders. It seems like that one cylinder's slow on dripping. Slow on leaking, I guess, whatever. I don't know, I'm starting to think that cylinder might be the one that's having issues, but who knows. I'm going to let it sit for a few days and then get back to it. So, I'll check it again, but for now I'll just leave it. So, but anyways, I think that's our problem. Is the throttle's extremely sticky. I don't know why it is. There doesn't seem to be any tension on that. So, and then for the return spring for the throttle, I have no clue where that hooks up to because it's broken. So, if anyone I think Rusty 6, if you're watching this, I think you have a truck that's probably about as close as to this truck. If you wouldn't mind, sometime whenever you have it, I guess sitting outside or something, it needs to be outside so you get good daylight. Make a video of your throttle and like where the return springs hook up and how your throttle works and stuff like that. Just kind of, you don't have to tear it all apart. Just kind of show how it works. And if you can move yours by hand, then just do that so I can see it. I'm pretty sure this is how this is supposed to be. And just try to get the best shot that you can on the return spring. And I guess pretty much anything else that's throttle related, I guess, let me know. Or make a video on it if you can. I'm not demanding it. I'm just asking if you have free time or if you're bored. If you could make that video for me, let me know. And then, I'd appreciate it. Any little bit of information I can get will help. So, yeah, I'm not talking very loud because my voice will echo like mad in this truck because all the headliner come off. So, apparently you can still buy that stuff too. They still sell it. So, that actually might be a future thing. And you know what? I just noticed right here, I think that's a freaking dome light. That's hilarious. I didn't even know that. Maybe that's what the switch is for then. Unless it hooks up to the door, I guess. Maybe it does. I'm honestly not too sure, but somehow these door limiters get disconnected by like literally every piece of machinery that we own. 1586s were unhooked, and the trucks are unhooked. I'm not sure how the hell you would unhook them or hook them back up, but whatever. But yeah, so if Reese6, if you could make that video for me, I guess at some point, I'd appreciate it for any information and stuff like that. And my truck's actually got a review mirror. How sweet is that? I don't think that's a factory thing though. Doesn't look factory, but looks aftermarket. But I guess, you know, turning your neck back there to see kind of hurts it after a while. This way you don't have to, but yeah, you know what, guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. I'm done for tonight. I'm gonna go home and get something to drink because I am extremely thirsty. Even though I do have water on the four-wheeler, it's warm. And if we get this thing running, get her street legal, and she purrs like $1 million, well, how we're gonna make a flatbed, I'm not gonna get into that yet because right now the engine's priority. I got to get this thing running and moving on its own power before I get into tearing the bed apart. So I'm just hoping that the main thing is I want to use the main frame of the dump box. Just get rid of the wooden sides, and then I guess reinforce anything that I have to, re-weld some welds, I guess, you know, crank my welder up to the max, and yeah. It'd be weird driving this whole thing down the highway because not many people around here have these trucks. I mean, there are trucks close to this. Oh, hey there, little squirrely. But yeah, there are a few people that drive trucks like these, but I don't really see anybody around here, like in this town or anything. But I see like old school pickups, but not old school trucks, like grain trucks or anything like that. Nobody has a use for them around here, I guess. So, but I don't know how. This seems kind of hard to be finding parts for an l-130. It's like it's common for everything else, like an l-110. I can find plenty of parts for an l-110, but I just can't find anything for an l-130. It's like, are these l-130s fucking like a foreign truck or something that I can't find parts in the US or what? But there's a few out there, but then, you know, for like the blinkers and the switch, that'll have to come from an aftermarket company, and I don't know. Like this is a 4-wire. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess if the other one's a 4-wire, it should be okay. But again, they don't say if it's for 12 volt or 6 volts. So I'm guessing either one works for both, I guess. No clue. So, well, yeah, anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. Maybe one day we'll. Oh, I even got a sun visor. Just gonna need a little bit of lube though, but yeah, if you guys can help me out. I also found windshield wipers. I'm going to need 2 new windshield wipers. I found some of them. So that won't be a problem putting new wipers on this truck. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.